Is there any objection?
Mr. Speaker, may I give a response before a vote is made
Is
on
there
that?
any objection?
I
There was
object.
a motion.
I
Is there
object.
any objection?
I object.
The chair hears
I
none.
object. I object.
Objection.
Because
Let's put it
Congressman
into a vote.
Gardiola gave money to
All
leaders of
those
my
in
district for
favor
Vilma
of
and
the
Lucky.
motion of the Honorable Garin, please say aye.
Politicians, Batangas can testify.
Ay!
Ako po ay hindi sinungaling. Ayokong bulahin ng taong bayan. Lahat tayo dito sa plenaryo ngayon ay may kaalaman na talamak ang vote buying at umaabot sa daan-daang milyon on average at minsan bilyon-bilyon ang mga kampanya ng mga kandidato sa Pilipinas. Kaya kung sino man dito ang magtatayo at nagsasabi na kasinungalingan ang sinasabi ko na umaabot sa daan-daang milyon, at the very least ang ginagastos ng ibang mga kandidato na nandito sa plenaryo ng Kongreso ngayon, ayoko na magkukunwari tayo dito bago ko pa papangalanan ng ibang mga nakatayo sa Kongreso ngayon na balita ko ay may mataas na presyo ng bilihan sa kanilang mga eleksyon.
Mr. Speaker, we'd like to recognize the representative of Lipa, Congressman Ryan Recto.
The Honorable Ryan Recto is now recognized. Please proceed.
Good afternoon, everyone. No questions to be asked on my end. Mr. Speaker, I would just like to make a manifestation to set the record straight regarding the issues raised by my fellow representative from Batangas on the alleged issues that were narrated. First, while this representation recognizes the importance of legislative oversight, I believe that it is equally important that information shared in this plenary is accurately based on facts, not assumptions, not insinuations, and certainly not on incomplete information. Hindi po dapat ginagamit ang plenaryong ito upang lahad ng mga haka-haka o paratang na walang sapat na basehan. On the alleged ties between Congressman Edwin Gadiola and Executive Secretary Ralph Recto, their association is purely professional, as Congressman Gadiola is also a member of the House of Representatives and a fellow Batangueño. There are no personal interests involved, but only a shared commitment to fulfill their duties to their constituents. Walang katotohanan ang mga alegasyon ni Congressman Leviste na mayroon silang may mga maanomalyang transaksyon. Fake news po yan, Mr. Speaker. This representation is not privy to the motives of my colleague from the 1st District of Batangas, but let it be known, hindi po tayo basta-basta nagpapadala sa mga inimbentong issue dahil alam po natin kung ano ang katotohanan dito. In fact, I will not stand idly by and let these so-called facts be presented as truth. Let it be a reminder that Executive Secretary Ralph Recto has served as congressman and senator for decades, representing not only Batangas, but also the broader interests of the Filipino. And same goes for Governor Vilma Santos Recto. Mr. Speaker, and to all my colleagues here and to the general public, let us just focus on the facts and let us uphold the process. And most of all, let us keep our focus on our constituents and serve them with integrity. And on the subject of VAT, pagdebatehan po natin yan dito sa Kongreso. It is not the job of the executive, but our job as legislators, and we're always open for that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may I
Thank
respond?
you.
Unang-una po, ako po ay nagpapasalamat kay Congressman Recto na gusto niyang talakayin ito ng mas mahaba siguro sa Kongreso. Kaya sana magkasundo-sundo na lang tayo na magkaroon ng pagdinig sa Kongreso. Ipatawag natin ang iba nating mga kapwa Batanggenyo at sila ang pwedeng tumestigo tungkol sa mga kaugnayan ni na Secretary Recto at Congressman Gardiola para hindi he said, she said at maglabas na ng mga resibo. Pangalawa, dagdagan ko din na hindi ko binanggit sa aking privilege speech kanina ang eleksyon sa Lipa, alang-alang sa aking kasamahan. Pero para may konteksto tayo sa talakayan nito, sinabi sa akin ng ibang mga politiko sa Lipa na ang di umano'y ginastos ni Congressman Gardiola at ng mga Recto sa Lipa sa 2025 elections ay umabot pa ng 1 billion pesos kasama na ang napakataas na presyo para sa bilihan ng mga boto. Hindi ko po alam ang totoong nangyari. Pinaparating ko lang ang sinabi sa akin at medyo mataas ang figure na natanggap ko. Baka naman 300, 400, 500 million pesos lang ang ginastos sa eleksyon ng Lipa. Pero gusto ko lang tanungin kung ano man ang ginastos ni Congressman Garjola para sa mga kandidato ng V-Lucky sa lungsod ng Lipa sa 2025 elections, kung 500 million man yan, o 200 million, o 100 million, ano ang kapalit ng ginastos ni Congressman Garjola para sa mga kandidato ng V-Lucky sa lungsod ng Lipa? Don't take it from me, magpatawag tayo ng pagdinig at lahat ng mga Batanggenyo ay pwedeng sumagot sa mga testigong ito.
You're now recognized, Honorable Garin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Majority Leader. And of course, magandang hapon sa ating colleague, the Honorable Yan de Viste. Nakakagulat, no, Mr. Speaker, dahil nakita ko yung magandang relasyon ng mga taga-Batangas. And I also believe na kaakibat ng progreso ng isang probinsya ay ang pagsasama-sama ng kanilang mga lideres. Though, of course, I would not contest the decision that a manifestation will be responded to. Balikan lang po natin na nagulat kasi ako dun sa mga sinasabing gastusin na umabot ng bilyon-bilyon. Did I hear the Honorable Leandro
Opo,
Leviste
pero
right?
in fairness po sa mga rekto, sa buong bansa naman bilyon-bilyon ang ginagastos ng mga tao para manalo sa mga eleksyon. At baka ang ibang mga kongresista ay pwedeng magbigay din ng kanilang kananasan kung magkano ang bilihan ng mga boto sa kanilang mga probinsya. Ang itinutukoy kong punto dito ay hindi na may bilihan umano ng mga boto sa eleksyon. Pero na si Congressman Garjola ay umano ang gumastos para sa mga rekto sa Batangas. At least for a large part of their campaign, which I witnessed myself in my district.
Yeah, that's why
At
I
ang
asked
tanong,
Mr. Speaker.
kung totoo
kasi-
man, kahit 1 milyong piso, ano ang kapalit ng ginastos ni Garjola para sa mga rekto?
Yeah,
At
kaya ako,
kung may
kaya-
katotohanan man ba, ang sinasabi ko na sa April 15, sa dinner na pinicture na nasa Facebook, kwento nila sa akin ang kanilang sistema para sa road openings, bilihan ng lupa, pagpondo gamit ng impluensya sa gobyerno, at pag-raise ng pondo para sa mga eleksyon.
Kaya ako nagtanong, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, kasi ganun ba talaga ang gastusan Batangas? Matanong ko po yung ating kasamahan, magkano po ang ginastos niya sa eleksyon?
Actually, mas mababa ang gastusan actually sa Batangas kaysa sa ibang mga probinsya. At kung bubuksan natin kung saan ang pinakamataas, balita ko nasa ibang mga rehiyon ng ating bansa, hindi masyadong mataas ang Calabarzon, di ba? Kong JJ, hindi masyadong mataas sa atin sa Batangas o sa Quezon. Pero
Maybe the Honorable...
ang punto ko ay hindi para buksan ang ginagastos ng mga politiko sa mga eleksyon. Ang punto ko ay bakit ang isang kontraktor ay gagastos para sa mga politiko? Kung election spending ang bubuksan natin, hindi tayo matatapos ngayong araw. Ang punto ko, bakit ang kontraktor, ang lantaran, nag-host ng mga political events para sa mga politiko sa Batangas?
Mr. Speaker, would the Honorable J.J. Suarez respond? But I would continue my line of questioning after his response.
Sorry.
Before we continue, let's put a little order here. Huwag nating gawing free for all to, please.
Ang punto ko,
Honorable
kung
members
anong
of this
ginagastos sa
House.
Quezon o sa
Excuse me,
Batangas,
I'm addressing
mas
the
mababa
floor,
naman.
sir.
Kasi
Order.
nasa probinsya.
I'm addressing the floor. Let's put a little order and let's put a little respect with our colleagues. Honorable JJ, please respond. You were called out.
Yeah, thank you very much, no, Mr. Speaker. I found it a little bit offensive that all of a sudden a dear colleague of mine would call out my name during his collective and personal privilege. But nevertheless, no, insofar as my name was called and he asked me, let me just respond with a few queries of clarificatory in nature. Am I allowed, Mr. Speaker?
Please proceed.
Kanina po na pinakikinggan ko ang pananalita ng ating kinatawan mula sa Batangas. Binanggit niya na may mga halagang ginamit sa kampanya. Totoo po ba ito?
Opo, na ang mga leaders
Meron
sa
po
aking
ba
distrito.
tayong
Yes.
ebidensya na magpapatunay? Meron po bang dokumento? Meron po ba tayong hawak na anumang sinumpang salaysay na magsasabi na ganito nga po talaga ang nangyari?
Unang-una po,
Or
ang-
tayo po ba ay bumabase lamang sa mga haka-haka at kwento at text at mga Facebook
okay,
messages?
ilang sagot po. Unang-una, sa campaign sorties, nakikita natin na may gastos. At ang punto ko ay tila si Kong Garjola ay may ginastos para sa campaign sorties ng Vilma at Lucky sa Batangas. Pangalawa, ang leaders ko sa Batangas, ayon sa aking isinalaysay, ay nakatanggap ng pera galing kay Congressman Garjola at ito po ay para ikampanya ang Vilma at Lucky pero galing kay Congressman Garjola. At pangatlo, magpatawag na lang tayo ng pagdinig sa Kongreso para ang mga ibang mga politiko sa Batangas at hindi ako ang pwedeng tumistigo tungkol dito.
Mr. Speaker, tayo po ay nahalal bago 2025. Taon po ngayon ay 2026. Kung talaga pong may mga ganong nangyari na maanomalya o questions of irregularities during the campaign, were the proper cases filed in COMELEC? Were ethics complaint filed in Congress? Why are we now standing here insinuating all sorts of illegal acts that happened in 2025 when so much time has passed?
Unang-una
Now
po,
I question, Mr. Speaker, the timing of all of this. Now, I even find it a little bit offensive na pati ako babanggitin. But I'll tell you one thing, Congressman Leviste. Maayos kami sa Quezon. Wala kaming problema doon.
ang
In
sinasabi
fact,
ko
kami
mas
nagkakasundo
mababa
at
ang gastusin sa
nagkakaisa.
Quezon. Walang kalaban ka naman sa nakarang eleksyon di ba?
Congressman Leviste, Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be respecting
Please,
our rules.
address the
Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, I do not abide by comments of the good congressman from Batangas. I think it's totally uncalled for and baseless. And in fact, it's downright hearsay for him to make such allegations. And if indeed he has factual basis in anything and everything that he is saying, there were proper forums to do the same, to act on those allegations, to make the necessary complaints. Why now? Why here? Mr. Speaker.
First of all, I would like to manifest that I appreciate the help that Deputy Speaker Suarez has extended to me in my first term as a advisor and mentor. And I did not mean any disrespect earlier by mentioning that. My point was that mas mababa ang gastusin sa Quezon at Batangas at sa Calabarzon kumpara sa ibang mga rehiyon. Pero ang punto ko ay hindi ang ginagastos sa election kung hindi ang pinanggagalingan ng gastos na ito. Lalo na kapag lantaran ang kontraktor ay nasa campaign sortie at ako nga ay may personal na karanasan na si Garjola ay gumagastos para sa kampanya ni Vilma at Lucky.
Mr.
But in
Speaker,
terms of your question on why now, I would like to say that my focus has been on transparency and accountability on corruption in the DPWH and the flood control investigations. Kasi hindi sapat na i-disqualify natin ang mga kandidato na may vote buying sa mga eleksyon. Dapat kasuhan para sa pagnanakaw ang mga politiko kapag sila ay nahalal na. Kaya yun ang inuna ko, yung pananagutan sa korupsyon sa DPWH. Pero kung pwede ko pong banggitin din, ako po ay hindi sinungaling. Ayokong bulahin ng taong bayan. Lahat tayo dito sa plenaryo ngayon ay may kaalaman na talamak ang vote buying at umaabot sa daan-daang milyon on average at minsan bilyon-bilyon ang mga kampanya ng mga kandidato sa Pilipinas. Kaya kung sino man dito ang magtatayo at nagsasabi na kasinungalingan ang sinasabi ko na umaabot sa daan-daang milyon, at the very least, ang ginagastos ng ibang mga kandidato na nandito sa plenaryo ng Kongreso ngayon, hindi ako mahihiya na magsabi na sila ang sinungaling at ako ay nagsasabi ng totoo. Pero hindi ko balak buksan ng itong issue ngayon. Ang binubuksang issue ko ngayon ay bakit ang kontraktor ang lantarang gumagastos para sa kandidato, meron bang kapalit ang ginastos ng kontraktor na ito?
Mr. Speaker.
Deputy
just-
Speaker
yeah,
Suarez, please
One-
respond and we will wrap
Yeah.
up because
One
the 10
question
minutes
lang.
has already expired. Please take note, Majority Leader.
My colleague from my neighboring province of Batangas was right when he said that mag-iba siguro yung probinsya namin. Gusto ko lang malaman dahil sinabi niya mas mataas ang gastusan. Magkano po bang ginastos mo sa eleksyon mo?
Actually, nasa Facebook po, namimigay ako ng libreng school supplies, ng libreng bigas pag may kalamidad, ng Christmas package, lahat po yan, personal ko pong gastos pag walang eleksyon.
Magkano po?
Nasa Facebook po, lahat ng ginastos ko at inanunsyo ko naman na ako po ay nag-donate sa aking foundation ng 6 billion pesos para sa mga estudyante at mga typhoon victims.
Di, para
Ako
lang
po
maintindihan ko, Mr. Speaker, kasi, di ba, sabi,
Ako po ay hindi
magkano ba
sisinungaling.
nagastos nyo?
Dahil sinabi ko nga, sinagot ko na, ako ay may foundation na nag-donate ng ako ay may
So yung foundation niyo yung gumastos sa kampanya ninyo na 6 na bilyon? Tama po ba yun?
Hindi po. Ang sinasabi ko, ako ay may foundation na nagbibigay ng school supplies at bigas at relief
So yung
goods.
foundation po niyon ay yun ang nagamit na
Hindi yan ang
paraan
ginastos ko sa kampanya. Kasi patuloy akong namimigay pa ng tulong
after the
sa aking
campaign.
distrito. Opo. Pero kaya ako po binubuksan ito ngayon kasi wala akong itinatago. Naka-post sa Facebook yung mga ipinamimigay ko kasi yan ay hindi kapalit ng boto. At ayaw ko na magkukunwari tayo dito bago ko pa papangalanan ng ibang mga nakatayo sa Kongreso ngayon na balita ko ay may mataas na presyo ng bilihan sa kanilang mga eleksyon na itanggi natin dito na talamak ang vote buying at mataas na spending sa mga kampanya sa Pilipinas. Ang pinupunto ko lang po ngayon ay sa mga nakalap kong impormasyon, si Garjola ang gumastos para sa mga rekto sa Batangas.
Please wrap up, honorable members.
Yeah, I'm
Final
just
response.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the time. Medyo nalito lang ako. Parang ang dami na natin pinuntahan na topic, from vote buying to business associates, to all
may
sorts
oras
of
naman tayo.
partnerships, and to,
Mr. Speaker, can we have like 2 hours for
Right.
this interpellation?
My point is, Mr. Speaker, is there was a proper venue, there was a proper opportunity to take the legal recourse to address whatever concerns and allegations the good congressman. We had all of this. And I hope that we avoid grandstanding and taking opportunity of the podium and the bright lights of Congress to set aside our political interests and use the proper forum so that in such a way we can live by the rule of law and abide by the rules of Congress. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, would
may
like
I
to recognize
continue my
Congressman
time?
Terry Don of Bicol
Yeah.
Sarok.
Yeah. Mr.
Before
Speaker,
we
point of order,
finish
I believe
this,
I'm still
since the time has
interpolating.
expired, the Honorable Ridon is given a few minutes. Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
I just have a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What is the point of
there were
order?
Specific allegations.
Honorable Ridon.
There were specific allegations relating to other regions outside of Calabarzon that are spending so much more during their elections. I think it is not based on truth. It is not based on fact. It should be stricken off the record. I move to strike that particular section out of the record, Mr. Speaker.
Just for clarification, the point of order is to delete from the records.
Yes, to strike off from the record the allegation that other regions outside of Calabarzon are actually spending more than areas within Calabarzon. I think that is not based on fact. That is not based on truth. It should be stricken out of the record. That is the first point of order,
Majority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker.
Please respond to the point of order. Chair hears none, said motion is carried.
Second point of order, Mr. Speaker. The speech by the good congressman from Batangas doesn't appear to be a speech relating to personal and collective privilege. It has branched out to matters that are outside of it. So I think even this particular speech in its entirety should be stricken off the record, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may I make a manifestation to clarify what I previously said?
Majority
also
Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize the Honorable Janet Garin from the First District of Iloilo.
The Honorable Deputy Speaker Janet Garin is now recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Kanina po ay narinig natin ang motion ni Honorable Terry Ridon moving that the speech of the Honorable Leviste be stricken out of the records because it's not a matter of personal and collective privilege. May I appeal to the Honorable Terry Ridon that this motion be instead amended to a motion to delete the statements made by the Honorable Leviste attributing to statements not being backed up by evidence. Specifically, the statements alleging that the campaign of Governor Recto
Mr. Speaker.
and other members of
Mr.
the
Speaker.
party were financed by another party list congressman, and all other allegations that cannot be backed up by documents and evidence.
Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection?
Mr. Speaker, may I give a response before a vote is made
Is
on
there
that?
any objection?
I
There was
object.
a motion.
I
Is there
object.
any objection?
I object.
The chair hears none.
I object. I object.
Speaker. Objection.
Let's
Because
put it
Congressman
into a vote.
Garjola gave money to
All
leaders of
those
my
in
district
favor
for
of
Vilma
the
and Lucky.
motion of the
Objection,
Honorable
Mr.
Garin, please say aye.
Politicians of Batangas can testify.
Aye!
All those against?
Objection.
Motion is now carried. Honorable Majority Leader.
May I proceed with my interpellation, Mr. Speaker?
Objection, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader. Majority Leader.
Privilege speech po yan. Bakit kailangan i-attach yung ebidensya agad? Seryoso.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Sa atin, of course, kagalang-galang na kulig, sana hindi mo masamain yung motion. Mr. Speaker, just to clarify, hindi ko po kinukontra. In fact, I'm a very good friend of the Honorable Leviste. But the only reason that I had to amend the motion of the Honorable Ridon is that meron po tayong proseso. And it's for the best interest of the Honorable Leviste to file a case, produce the evidence, rather than taking the rostrum and making allegations that cannot be documented. Pero ibalik po natin, Mr. Speaker, pasensya na po kung Lian, meron po ba kayong away na politika sa Batangas? Or kayo po ay magkakasama?
Yung meeting ko with Congressman Garjola and Secretary Recto on April 15 or 16, as per my Facebook post, was for them to ask for my help for the campaign of Vilma and Lucky.
Yeah, I'm
After
sorry,
which,
Mr. Speaker, what year po? April?
2025,
So this was before?
para tulungan ko sila para sa 2025 elections. Dahil ang panalo ni Vilma kay Mike Rivera ay 7+% lamang. At nanalo siya sa aking distrito at natalo pa nga siya sa ibang mga distrito. Kaya pwede kong sabihin, kaya siya nanalo dahil sa panalo niya sa aking distrito. Ako po ay may 75% ng boto, siya ay nakakuha ng 42% ng boto. Pero yung siguro relasyon namin ay naging fractured dahil baka feeling threatened. Siguro, just my speculation, and sorry to delve into speculation, sila pagkatapos ng eleksyon. At ang isang halimbawa nito ay noong April 24, bumisita si Pangulong Marcos para sa bawat barangay makikinabang sa Batangas at may 84 barangays na hindi binigyan ng kanilang 200,000 pesos.
Matanong ko po, Mr. Speaker, 84 lang po ba ang hindi nakatanggap sa Batangas? Kasi dito sa records ko, lumalabas na 95.
Yung sa ibang distrito, hindi ko na po alam. Pero yung 84 na to ay lahat ng barangays sa dalawang bayan na nagsasabi, nag-submit sila, meron din kaming screenshots ng kanilang group chat na in-acknowledge na nag-submit sila, pero gumawa ng bagong group chat ang Liga ng Barangays ng Batangas na hiwalay sa dalawang bayan na to at sinabi daw na para lang sa mga bayan na ito ang bigayan. At sinabi sa kanila na ang Office of the Provincial Governor ay magdedesisyon kailan ibibigay yung 200,000 pesos sa mga barangays na ito.
Yeah. Balikan ko lang po yan, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague. Honorable Lian Leviste, ito bang 200,000 sa bawat barangay? Ang sinasabi mo ba ay merong piling barangay at hindi lahat ang binibigyan?
110% base sa mga inilabas na naming ebidensya at mabuti kung magpatawag ng pagdinig ang Kongreso para hindi lang he said, she said, para magkaalaman na tayo kung anong totoo.
Kasi Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, ako po ay tubong Leyte. At doon nga po sa Tacloban City, merong mga hindi nabigyan, hindi dahil sa politika, no? Kundi dahil hindi sila nakasubmit ng mga dokumento. At totoo po ba, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, na merong ibang mga barangay na walang dalang resibo? Ang tanong ko, Mr. Speaker, kapag walang resibo po ba, pwedeng mabigyan ng ating DILG or DOF or whatever agency is tasked with that?
May I respond, Madam Speaker? Nasa Facebook page ko po yung screenshots ng group chat na nagsasabi na hindi kasali itong dalawang barangays. At sila po ay nag-submit. Meron din naman pong group chat na nagsasabi na nakapag-submit sila. Kaya base po sa matibay na ebidensya at ayon sa kanilang testimonya, sinabi sa kanila ng Office of the Provincial Governor na hindi talaga sila kasama. Kaya para you don't just take it from me, magpatawag na lang ng pagdinig ang Kongreso tungkol sa bagay na ito.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, kanina kasi narinig ko lang yung 6 billion at tila nakakaingit yung foundation ni Congressman Lian. Yung foundation niyo po ay namimigay ng tulong at ang 6 billion ay nanggaling po sa inyo.
Opo, at wala pong kontraktor na nagbibigay sa akin ng suporta para sa eleksyon.
You
Yun
have
ang punto
1
ko.
minute, honorable members. Please wrap up.
So, Mr. Speaker, may I reiterate, ang 6 billion po ay donasyon nyo.
In cash and shares at hindi ko po natapos pa ang aking bigayan. Tuloy-tuloy ang libreng serbisyo medikal. Nakaraang linggo, nagbigay po tayo ng libreng serbisyong medikal sa medical mission sa aking distrito. Meron din tayong relief goods na inihahanda para sa darating na typhoon season. At kahit walang eleksyon, natutuwa lang ako na mamigay ng pera na alam ko ay galing sa malinis na panggagalingan.
At pag sinabi niyo pong malinis na pinanggagalingan, saan po ito nanggaling, Honorable Lian?
Binenta ko ang shares sa aking kumpanya at ako po ay may business career na nasa public record at
Ano pong kumpanya ito, Mr. Speaker?
yung SP New Energy Corporation na binenta ko sa Meralco na lahat po ay nasa public record.
At dito po nanggaling.
Deputy Speaker, I believe we have exhausted too much time in
Yeah.
this topic.
Thank you very much.
Please wrap
Pero
up.
Yes,
nananawagan
last
din ako na
question.
gumawa ng pagdinig
Last
ang Kongreso
question,
tungkol
Mr.
sa tagong
Speaker.
yaman ng ibang mga
Majority Leader.
kongresista. Dahil
Yeah.
ako ay hindi
Mr.
nagtatago
Speaker,
ng aking mga ari.
the time
mga
allotted
pang-ari.
for
Pero ang
Representative
ibang kongresista,
Eliviste has
hindi
already
ko alam.
expired.
Yeah.
I move to refer the speech, including the manifestations and interpellations, to the Committee on Rules.
There's a motion to refer the privileged speech to the Committee on Rules. An objection, Chair hears none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize Representative Laila De Lima.
Thank you, Mr.
The
Speaker.
Honorable De Lima is recognized.
Yes, I know that there is this pending motion about referring the matter already to the proper committee or terminating the period of terminating the privileged speech of Representative Leandro Leviste. Now, but this is an important parliamentary inquiry, status inquiry, because, you know, for clarity. Yes, we heard the motion of Representative Garin on the deletion or striking out of those portions or parts of the privileged speech without basis. I am very interested as to exactly are those, specifically, because during the break, during the suspension, this representation approached Representative Leviste, and I was asking him about his claim, the general claim, that everybody in this hall has engaged in vote buying. So I was telling him, can you please withdraw that particular portion because we find it offensive. For the record, this representation does not engage in any vote buying in any elections, including the last elections of 2025. And I remember Representative Leviste saying that he is willing to withdraw that particular portion. So may we ask Representative Leviste if in fact that is the case, that he has withdrawn that he is withdrawing that portion because it has no basis, it has no evidence, it's purely speculative, it's offensive, it's unfair to everybody here in this hall. Can we have the answer, please? Because that
I
is a
request the
parliamentary
majority leader
inquiry.
Yes.
to respond.
Mr. Speaker, while we appreciate the sentiments of the Honorable Laila de Lima, I believe part of what she was espousing with regards to the contents of the speech was already part of the motion that be stricken off. Was already part of the motion in which parts of the speech be stricken off in which there was no basis, fact, or evidence.
I understand, Mr. Speaker and Mr. Majority Leader, but we would want it from the mouth himself of Representative Leviste about that withdrawal.
Majority leader.
Mr.
It's not
Speaker,
just striking out, it's in fact withdrawal on his part.
that being the
Pwede po ba?
case, Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Leviste.
Thank you,
The
Mr.
Honorable
Speaker.
Levista is now recognized.
First, I would like to clarify that I meant that there are some, but not all. And there are many members of Congress who do not violate election laws. So please do not consider that I said that all. And I definitely withdraw that there are...
Mr. Speaker, the request of this representation is that it's with respect to the withdrawal. No need for any explanation. Is he withdrawing?
Yes, but
That
I think also
portion of the
for,
speech.
for the benefit of the
Majority
people who are
Leader.
listening,
Mr. Speaker,
I
Majority Leader,
believe that
order.
party lists
It doesn't need
Majority Leader.
explanation.
not by votes for the most part. And
Mr.
that,
Speaker.
there are many districts in this country where you also don't buy votes, but there are some that do.
Majority
so
Leader.
Some,
yes,
not all.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
given the withdrawal, I move, or I would like to repeat the motion that we refer the question of collective and personal privilege to the Honorable Leviste, to the Committee on Rules, as well as its
The
interpolations.
floor
I
has
so move.
decided already and it was referred to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session.
Session suspended.